About 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, you know, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, you know, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country, and it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not, unfortunately, surprised that people are celebrating the use of.
It was a typically lively morning on The View, with the usual blend of spirited debate, political commentary, and celebrity gossip. But today's episode took a shocking turn that left the entire studio audience gasping and viewers across the country scrambling to make sense of what they just heard. In a moment that will no doubt be replayed and discussed for days to come, co-host Sunny Hostin made an unexpected and emotional announcement that she and her family are planning to move to Canada. As the show unfolded with its usual blend of humour and hot topics, things suddenly got very real. During a segment on the current state of American politics and social division, Sunny, known for her calm intellect and unwavering moral compass, paused. Her voice took on a different tone, measured but deeply sincere, and then, with the kind of quiet resolve that makes people lean in just a little closer, she dropped the bombshell. She and her family have made the difficult decision to leave the United States. The audience was silent. For a moment, it seemed as if time itself had stopped. Even her co-hosts were visibly stunned, with Joy Behar literally covering her mouth and Whoopi Goldberg raising her eyebrows in sheer disbelief. Alyssa Farah Griffin leaned forward and asked the question everyone was thinking. Wait, are you serious right now? Sunny nodded solemnly, explaining that while the decision hadn't come easily, she felt it was necessary for the safety, well-being, and future of her children. We've been thinking about this for a long time, she said. And after the events of the past few years, my husband and I just feel like we need to make a change. For our family, for our peace of mind, and honestly, for our sanity. She spoke candidly about the rising tensions in the US, the growing political polarization, the attacks on democracy, the escalating racial divides, and the sense of dread she feels every time a new headline flashes across her phone screen. I love this country, she said, her voice cracking just slightly. But I don't recognize it anymore, and I refuse to just sit here and pretend that everything's fine. It's not fine. The emotion in the room was palpable. You could hear a pin drop. And when Sunny wiped a tear from her cheek, a few audience members did too. She went on to say that after months of research and soul-searching, they've chosen to move to Toronto, where they believe their family will have a better chance at living a life that's grounded in stability, diversity, and kindness. We visited, we spent time there, we met families, we walked the neighbourhoods, she explained. And what we saw was a place that felt safe, a place where our children could grow up without fear, a place where people actually listen to each other, even when they don't agree. Naturally, her co-hosts were curious about what this meant for her future on The View. Would she continue appearing remotely? Was this a permanent move? Sunny admitted that the logistics were still being figured out, but that she wanted to be transparent about her family's journey. This isn't a PR stunt, she insisted. This is real life, and I think it's important that people see what it looks like when someone chooses what's best for their mental health, even if it's hard. Social media exploded within minutes. Fans were quick to voice their support, flooding Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook with messages of solidarity and admiration. But of course, there was also backlash. Some accused her of being unpatriotic, of giving up or abandoning the fight. Yet, as always, Sunny handled the criticism with grace, emphasizing that this move wasn't about escaping, but about reclaiming peace and building a better future. For many, Sunny's announcement struck a chord. In a world where people often feel trapped by their circumstances, seeing someone take control of their own destiny, especially someone as prominent and principled as Sunny Hostin, was both inspiring and empowering. Her words became a call to action for anyone who's ever felt helpless, for anyone who's ever dreamed of starting over, for anyone who just wants to breathe. It's unclear exactly when Sunny and her family will make the move, but one thing is certain: the ripple effects of her decision will be felt far beyond the stage of The View. This was more than just a television moment. It was a cultural moment, a reminder that even in times of chaos, we each have the power to make choices that protect our joy, our values, and our future. And so, as the segment ended, the audience rose to their feet. Not out of agreement necessarily, but out of respect. Respect for a woman who chose truth over comfort. Respect for a mother who put her family first. Respect for a voice that refused to be silenced by fear. As the cameras faded to commercial, the atmosphere in the studio remained heavy, with emotion, with reflection, and with the haunting awareness that sometimes even the strongest among us need to walk away in order to truly stand tall. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this story moving, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it today. This isn't just entertainment, it's a conversation. And the more voices we bring to the table, the stronger we become. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and don't be afraid to take that next step, wherever it may lead.